Today we have the 2017 Subaru WRX and I'm going to review it. Alright, so the Subaru WRX comes stock with a quad tip exhaust system, a rear lower air deflector kit. It's got new taillights compared to the Hawkeye, where instead of being flush with the car, they actually cut into the trunk a little bit. You got the Subaru name right there. You got the symmetrical all-wheel drive, comes standard in most all Subarus. You got the WRX badge because people gotta know what you're driving. You got the Subaru badge right here. You got this little spoiler so that you can go faster. And inside this trunk, you got plenty of room for all your groceries and dead bodies. Alright, so now in the back of the WRX, you got these nice handles so you can hold on while you're rallying. You got this little cup holder in the middle so that your friends can have their drinks. You got a little piece of trickery here. You got your storage compartment right here. Over here, you got your 9-inch speakers in the doors. You got your water bottle holder. You got a little storage compartment. And you got your electronic wind down and wind up windows. Over here, you got your child lock. And then, coming over to the seats, you got this nice black leather with red stitching. And now you get a fold down seat so that you can fit more stuff in here. Maybe you want to do some carpentry on the weekends. You can fit a nice 2x4 in there. And the final thing I want to show you in this back seat is this beautiful 10-inch bass speaker. Alrighty, coming stock on the Subaru WRX, you get your twin spoke 17-inch alloy wheels, which are over top of your nice rear and front disc brakes. You got your mud flaps so you don't get the back of your car dirty or the people behind you when you're rally racing. You got your passenger side fuel door. You got these nice contour lines on the body of the WRX. You got this nice piece of like aerodynamic plastic, you know what I'm talking about? You got a vent in this side. You got the WRX badging. You got your side indicators in your mirrors. You got your blacked out rear window. You got the sunroof on top. And last but not least, you got your antenna so you can listen to some sweet 107.5 Sun Country radio. Alright, now moving to the driver's seat of this 2017 Subaru WRX. In the door, you got your driver compartment to hold your little books and all what you got. You got your water bottle holder right here for the driver. You got a 7-inch door speaker. You got your mirror control right and left. Then you got your window lock and unlock so that your friends don't have to yell at everybody they pass. Just lock that button. You're done with yelling. Here you got your door lock and unlock. And then you got automatic windows for the driver and passenger. And then even if you want to roll down those windows for the friends in the back, you can do that from the driver. And now moving on to the interior, you got this carbon fiber accent right underneath this nice square vent. You got your trunk release. If you hold that, it pops the back trunk. You got your light actuator. You got the blind spot on and off button. So you just press that, blind spot's off, blind spot's on. You got your traction control on and off here. This is also how you turn on track mode. Then down here, you got your release for the hood. Now over here, you got your release for the gas door. All you do is you pull that up, gas door's open. Now you got the electric seat, which can move you backwards, forwards, up, down, fix that posture if you need to, and recline you back. Alrighty, moving on to the interior of this WRX. You got on this leather-wrapped, red embroidered steering wheel, you got your Bluetooth, which you can hang up on calls you don't want to be a part of, answer calls you do. You can talk to Siri, turn up and down the volume, or you can just mute it all together. Next song. Oh, I like that song. Let's go back. And then you got your back button in case you go into the wrong menu. Now over here, you got your cruise control. So you're speeding at like 120, you know, just cruising. And you press that, you're going to go at 120 until you hit something or something slowly comes up in front of you that your car is able to stop for. You can go faster or slower. You can cancel it through here. And right here, you got your system set buttons, which is over on the dash, which we'll show you in a minute. Now, over on the steering column, you got this little piece of plastic that a lot of people have commented on before. And that is actually from an Impreza. So the starter in Impreza would be here, but because it's a WRX, they had to change it. And the starter's here, actually, and it's a push-button start. So you just put your foot in and start her up. Now, as I was saying before, these buttons can change this menu. This setting just shows that there's nothing on there. You just kind of want it simplistic. This shows how long your car has been running for. This shows how fast you're going. And this just shows how to set like your time and how to change all the really finite details of it. Here you got your tachometer, your odometer, and your fuel. Alrighty, moving on to the center console of this 2017 Subaru WRX. Here you got an informational screen showing you all these different things like your boost, kind of like how well you drive, if all your wheels are turning, and a little gauge to tell you how fuel efficient you are. Here you got your climate control display, tells you when you turn up the climate, tells you when you turn it down, air, all that. Here you got your infotainment system, which you got your home, maps, fairly responsive screen, not like an iPhone, but they never are. In here, you got your 12 volt, which usually holds a cigarette lighter, but because Subaru says no smoking, let's vape instead, it's fake. Here you got your 6-speed standard transmission, which most Subaru WRXs from this area will have, or you can get them with the CVT transmission, which this one has first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And if you throw it in reverse, your backup camera comes on and it shows you kind of like where you're going to go. Now you got a cup holder here that you got to share with your passenger. There's 2 of them though, so unless you're getting 8 drinks, you should be fine. You got your heated seats for passenger and driver. You got low and high. If you're short, you can fold that up so that you can put your arm there. Fold that back down when you don't want it. And in here, you got a little storage system. You got another 12 volt charger there, or cigarette lighter. You got your aux port there, and you got 2 USB plug-ins. Alrighty, now moving on to the ceiling of the Subaru WRX. Here you got your little reading lamps, and here you got some buttons. You might wonder what those are for. If you open this up, you got a sunroof here. This one is to open up the back so that you get a little more airflow. And if you want fully open, you hold that down and then it fully opens. Alright, now a couple more things before we move on to the engine. Here you got another carbon fiber accent. And one thing I like about this car is if you pull this, most cars will drop it down. This one has a slow release mechanism, so it doesn't do that. Now, we're gonna move straight to the engine. Oh, I kicked the speaker. Alright, now at the front of this car, you got your nice big old Ram air intake. And underneath this World Rally Blue monster, powering it, you got a dual overhead cam 16 valve 2-liter turbocharged intercooled boxer engine that puts out 268 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Alright, now that we've reviewed everything that this car has to offer while sitting still, we're gonna go take it for a spin. Driving this 2017 Subaru WRX, it feels very capable of whatever I want to do with it. It feels very well handling. The shifter throws very nice. It's not like super sloppy, which I really like. There's not a lot of shifter play there. The clutch is very heavy, which I didn't expect, but once you start to get used to it, it does get nicer. Because of the way this thing's powered, I do find it hard to keep at a solid speed, but that also might be my lack of driving experience currently, because I haven't driven it in a couple weeks actually. Other than that, it's definitely a really nice car. It's smooth. I can hear a lot of the road, but it's not enough to actually bother me to the point where that's a big complaint of mine. Other than that, it's a really nice car.